Lizzie Maggie created the landlord's game, which would eventually become Monopoly. She wanted to educate players on the negative aspects of monopolistic land ownership. She got a patent for the game in 1904 in hopes of spreading her progressive economic ideas. At the time, she was in her 30s and was one of the very few women who were applying for patents. One day, a man named Charles Darrow came across Maggie's game and adapted it, calling it Monopoly. It was sold to the Parker brothers and zero credit was given to Maggie. In 1936, when the game really started taking off, Maggie told her story in the pages of the Washington Evening Star. It was reported that she received a total of $500 for her invention.
The first two properties you confront, Baltic and Mediterranean, which was the segregated black part of town. And perhaps it's not surprising, those are the cheapest properties on the board. Go to the light-blue properties. Oriental Avenue, for instance, was an area of relatively modest rooming houses. Many of them were places patronized by lower middle-class Jews. But then as you turn the board and you get to the yellow properties and the green properties, those were always more established, more residential, wealthier parts of town. And then the highest end in Atlantic City is the boardwalk. Here's where first and second generation immigrants came to show off they'd made it in America by having a black man push them down the boardwalk. We've believed this kind of illusion that segregation was a Southern phenomenon. But Atlantic City is really a reflection of the larger nation, and Park Place and the boardwalk are perfect examples of it.
The changes that the Atlantic City Quaker community make to the board, they're also creating inadvertently this snapshot of race and class in one of America's most popular vacation destinations in the 1920s.
Ultimately, as Ralph discovers this Atlantic City version of Monopoly, he realizes there is no way that Charles Darrow invented this game.